Hello everyone, I'm Ryan. So, today I want to talk a little bit about ADHD and music. And okay, only now that I've set it up, I've realized that my head is completely out of frame. But anyway, who cares? Since I think I can show most of what I want to demonstrate, uh, you know, regardless. So, what I'm talking about is essentially the noticeable difference of what it's like playing music on ADHD medication and versus kind of what it's like without. Now, a good YouTuber would actually like kind of show you what it's like off the med, on the med, but I'm not a good YouTuber, more like I'm a lazy one, and I don't think I can realistically show much of a change just because, now that it's been a good couple of months in, even if I stop taking the med for like a day or two, I'm still gonna have, my general normal thought process like I am on the med. Anyway, the point being, it's different. Subtly different, but it is different. And I think in a much more positive way. So, the best way I can explain what it's like playing is I'm a lot more observant and also a lot more in the moment. Like, when I play anything, now a lot of this is stuff that I've already learned and did, but it is as I'm doing it, not only am I slightly changing it to actually not only be better both for my body physically, also musically. And I think previously, just like no ADHD medication, I couldn't really tell what I was doing wrong. Like when I was playing, the energy and all that was there. So like when you're just going and like you basically are getting that like energy flowing, but then I don't realize that like this is such like a huge breakaway from you know but like in that moment before, because of the amount of energy and I suppose fun that I was having, that was all that mattered. But then realistically, there was always that sense of like, why do I not feel confident though? Why do I not feel like I'm good enough, right? And I think now I kind of get it because there are a lot of places that when I play, there's small little mistakes, small minor ones that eventually develop into being very bad habits. Now, I wish I could show you what my foot is doing. I don't know if you can even hear the bass pedal since, but there we go. It tricked my mind to do it. But basically, the way that I'm controlling it, very good for metal drumming. Like if you especially have a single bass pedal and you want to fake like you're having a, double bass pedal, just like, okay. A lot harder to do on this pedal because it's one of these, um, like flat style pedal where like it whacks on top, not like sideways. A lot harder to pull off, but it still works to some extent. Now, I think the main thing that now on the medication is that I'm noticing a lot more bad habits. Here's a good one. For example, I'm sitting like crooked. And also, with how I'm playing, I'm very clearly uncomfortable. And I realize that this kit is either not good for me or I really need to adjust it way more because I noticed that like I'm getting a lot more tense. And see, I have to turn this way to hit this. And I need to figure out how to, optimize it. And even here, right, I have to turn all the way to this side if I want to do like, and then, and then I have to turn. That explains why I used to get so tired all the time. And I think that exactly is, I suppose, what it's, explaining, I suppose, or what the medication is helping me to do is figuring out essentially like what those bad habits were and like why I felt the way that I did, why it never really felt correct. Because there were certain things I would get right pretty instantly, but then certain things I would always somehow get wrong no matter how many times I practice it. But now, but now I think I can get it a lot more easier. Like I'm able to actually see the music or the rhythm upcoming, where before it was based on feeling, which sometimes is nice that, like, oh, I can just play something without hearing it, but realistically, I couldn't always reproduce it correctly, and it always had this air of improv. And and I wanted to kind of move my music beyond that, like learning or like playing, to be less about the impressive improv and be like, oh yeah, I never heard this song. But then, even if it's a song that I've heard 100 times over, but I still sound like I'm playing it for the first time, that's not good now, is it? But I think with ADHD medication, it's making me understand a lot more clearer what I'm doing wrong and all my bad habits. And not only that, kind of realizing how messed up like my playing style is. Probably because of the drum kit as well, because it's all like squished and all that, but I really need to make this setup breathe. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna do that, but I need to figure something out. Now, I'll admit that the dopamine that is being produced by just doing this is nice, but it's a little bit more different than before. As I said, before it was much more like a huge adrenaline rush where it's just supposed to be like, play favorite metal songs and just go like this. I really can't do it with this pedal, but you know what I mean. Just get that energy out there and be like, you know, all that. But then it's actually not giving me the same amount of dopamine when I do this versus when I am actually able to try my best to maintain, a timing and like a metronome. And that's also another bad habit I need to get over. Is like, even though in the moment it's kind of nice where like when I'm playing and all that, like I close my eyes and really get into it. However, that often means that like I end up clashing the sticks, which I shouldn't. I should pay attention to when I'm playing because this is not a drum kit that's familiar to me. If it is my, if it's my old electronic drum kit, which I used to play quite a bit, and if I especially set it up correctly, I can do that. But I can't do this because I'm unfamiliar. But yet my brain immediately is just like, oh, we're in the music. But yeah, these essentially, there's a lot of bad habits that I've developed over the years, and I think that's really held me back to, in the entire, I suppose, music journey of things. So I think now I think I can finally like break through that sort of plateau that I've been having for so many years. And I'm sure there will be greater challenges up ahead, but not perfect, but you know what I mean. I'm probably not gonna crack the code like overnight, but I'm gonna try at least whenever I can to try and get better and actually get over that feeling of feeling inferior, I suppose. But yeah, that's about it. See ya.